everyone, welcome back to my channel, Quaint Rose Needle Arts. My name is Macy and I design under the name Quaint Rose Needle Arts. Today is December, well, it's New Year's Eve. Is it the 31st or 30th? I don't even know. Well, it's the last day of 2023. So I thought I would make a whip parade and just a video of all the designs I've released this year. I do have an end of year sale going on in my Etsy shop. It's 24% off everything in the store, including hard copies. So if there's anything you've been looking at in there, just so you know. So I will start off the video with showing my designs for the year. I think I got everything out. I can't remember for sure everything because you know the years are crazy, but I think I got everything out. So I'll start with these things I know I released earlier in the year, close to springtime. Wow, there's dog hair stuck to them. So, oh, and some of these are really dangerous. Okay, so this, I feel like I'm really far away from the camera. This one is AJ 1851. She's just a quick little girl. Stitch it up fast. And this is just like a 6x6 finish right there. So that was one that I released earlier in the year. And I can't remember, I'm not going to be able to remember all the fabrics and everything. That one was just one that I dyed myself. This one, what is this one called? Ella Worth? Oh man, there's hair on this one too. I don't let the animals in the office, but somehow the hair still gets stuck on everything. Oh, it's not in there straight. This is the same frame, I just take them out because they're the same size. This is Ella Worth. It says Easter. I think it says 1912. So it's just a cute little red sampler. It says Everything with God. It includes the original German text in the pattern. So that's another quick one. I think this one was done on 46 count, so it's little bitty sampler. And then I had this, oops, that was not finished on the back. This little trio of Easterish spring designs. This one says cheap, cheap. I don't know how well you can see these. I believe these were stitched on 40 count farm eggs by XQ Designs that is sold by kittenstitcher.com. This one is just in a little hoop for an easy finish. And it also came with this little egg needle book. So it's an egg on both sides and a little chicken on the inside. This one is called Spring Chicks. Let's see, then I had, now these, these aren't pretty. They're not fully finished and they're kind of pinned onto the foam board and they're kind of dangerous, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway. I need to finish these better. But this one is called E. Harris 1876. So this is a reproduction. It says E. Harris in the grass there. It's really hard to see on camera. But this is another small, quick little stitch. And then I made a little adaptation of this one, which I'll show you next. And I think this one was stitched with Leo and Roxy Floss as well. Or just Roxy Floss now. But I made this a little adaptation of it, which is just called Independence. You can see they're just pinned to board, sorry. And this is also a quick little fun little stitch. I think it's super cute. But yeah, there's a little adaptation from the original one. I'll hold them up together. Ish. There we go. So both of those are also quick little stitches. And I can't exactly remember all the fabric and threads, like I said, but all of that information is of course in the patterns. So the next one I had was Charlotte Watkins, 1866. And this one was very fun. This one is stitched in a Verswa 103 silk. And it is beautiful and colorful. And there's a lot of fun things in this one to stitch, like this castle and these pot and these polka dotted birds. There's a lot of fun polka dotted birds in this one. And that fun house, and a bunch of different plants and fun things like that. The only over one in this sampler is this little blue bird on the fence and this berry right here in this corner and the year. There's a few stitches that are off center, but if you wanted to stitch it on Ada, you could straighten them up. They don't have to be off centered like that. Or you could just completely leave it out, because I think it's just like these little tiny plants right here. Like, that doesn't have to be there. Oh, these pins keep getting stuck to everything. But yeah, that was Charlotte Watkins, and she was a fun stitch. And the next thing I had was Edith E. Nunn. She's also dangerously stretched. Needs to be fully finished, but this one was also fun. This is Peppercorn by Color and Cotton, 36 count. This is, I think, the only one I've really stitched 2/2 so that the color would be brighter on the black and you wouldn't see through it as much. So I did use quite a bit of thread, but I think it helps you be able to see the colors better. So that's Edith E. Nunn. Two beautiful purple birds. And that is a reproduction from 1884. Okay, and then I had my Needlework Marketplace releases. I really love this one, and it's actually really hard to take a picture of, and it's so much cuter in real life than I can ever get a picture of, so I'm going to show it again real good, because the picture, like this fabric, it just does not, I can't get it to photograph at all, and it just kind of turns out in the pictures like you can't see anything, but you can see this really well on this fabric. It looks great on this fabric in person. It's just the pictures don't do it justice at all. But this is one that I released for the Needlework Marketplace in August. It's on Wren by Fox and Rabbit, 36 count. And this one was really fun to stitch and surprisingly fast. It's really not that big either. And it's really fun. And it's really pretty. The color of the fabric is very beautiful for the whites to pop on. And then I had a pumpkin urn. This is October 31st. And it's just a pillow. 2 color fabrics. And it's really easy to connect 2 fabrics together, 2 linens. It's really not hard. It might take a little time the first few times you do it, but it's really easy once you get the hang of it. And I always include the video that I watch, which is the Joining My Linens Together by Blue Bonnets and Whiskey on YouTube. It's really good tutorial and it's easy to follow, and that's exactly how I piece my linens together. So that's what I recommend doing. I know there's a lot of different ways that you could do it, but it works. So this is another one that I released for the Needlework Marketplace. A Margaret Hull. And this one is a beautiful pheasant. Beautiful, beautiful. And this one, you absolutely do not have to do the satin stitch border. It would look great without it. I know that will probably make a lot of people not want to stitch it, but you really can leave that off and it will look perfect. I just wanted to do the reproduction accurately, but you can totally leave it off. It doesn't need it, I don't think. So it's just got a few fun motifs. Flowers are cute. And the big, beautiful bird. And these birds never take as long as what they might look like. There's a lot of color changes in them, but they are really fast. So there's that one. I love the birds. Then I had Sweet to the Soul, which is another adapted reproduction because the original wasn't completed and it was in a horrible shape with holes and just yuck all over it. So what was intact was the border. So the border is a reproduction, the 2 baskets at the top and the alphabet, and the center motif, like this arch over to the other side, and that I added that verse and I added the bee skips because it looked like she was going to add them with little tables. I added the little animals and the bee. So this one says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul. This one also is super cute and super quick stitch. There's not a whole lot in the middle, it's just really squished together. And I love this frame. So there's Sweet to the Soul. Oh, I just popped it out of the frame. Wow, okay. Oopsies. And then the last one I had, I was stretching it before, Needlework Marketplace, was Inspired by Nature, which is an original design with all my favorite kind of naturey things. So it's another pieced linen, Seaweed by Fox and Rabbit and Duxbury, 2 of my favorite linens. And a little deer, bird, bee skip with flowers, mushrooms, the grasshopper and butterfly, which were stitched on seaweed and then cut out and pinned on like a specimen board. Tree with a beaver, just fun little bird, and some red. I love red samplers, so I had to add red in here. And there's that. This one is super fun. This whole detail right here is super fun and it is really easy. Definitely don't let it scare you. I think, yep, I backstitched around right up like a stitch away from the actual stitching so that it won't fray. And just pinned it on there. And I love the way it looks. I love the way it turned out. And so this booklet also came with this bird, which I also love this bird. So this one, I guess you could say, is another adapted reproduction because I kind of reproduced it from an embroidery of a bird that I have and turned it into cross stitch. And this one was fun too. Its belly is all French knots. I don't know if you can see it. Which was fun to do. And it's on Duxbury also. And it uses the same floss colors. These plants were very fun. It uses the same floss colors as the big sampler. And I forgot to grab it. This booklet of patterns also comes with a small red sampler pin cushion. That's just like a red ABC with a ladybug little pin cushion. Okay, so those were my Needlework Marketplace releases, and then the only other thing I've had this year were my Christmas releases. So I had Peppermint Urn, and it's a little bit bigger than Pumpkin because this is on 32 count and this one is on 36 count. So it's a little bit bigger. But so there's Peppermint Urn. December it says, and has the 25th on it. Peppermints, little birds, and of course you can add whatever little details you want. It's got a palm. Nope, it's got a rickrack trim. So this one is fun and quick. It's another pieced linen. Super fun. Then I hope people don't think I'm crazy. Another pieced linen. Yeah, I really like the look of these. Oh, another piece of linen and sewn on linen. So this is Stitch and Be Merry. It says Stitch and Be Merry. It's just a fun, this is another original design. Just a fun little sampler, like Christmas sampler. It's really hard for this red to show up on camera, but this is Aztec Red by Weeks Dye Works, Kudzu, and Cocoa. Those red flowers do not want to show up in camera on it, but you can see them. It's Stitch and Dinky Dyes. There's a fun little animal parade at the bottom. Scissors, spools of thread, and I love the way the tree is stitched on with the like pine needle look. It was really fun, and I just stitched on some old buttons I had from my great-grandmother and called it a finish. Of course, you can stitch on anything, buttons or beads or charms. So here's that one. And then probably my favorite release this year is Percy Penguin, which I let my husband name since he gave me the idea of the penguin and the top hat. And he chose to call him Percy. And this one was really fun. He's so cute. Really fun border with the ornaments and leaves, snow, and this really fun house. Give you a close-up of the roof. It's another thing that's kind of hard to see in pictures, although I saw someone on Instagram finish it and they changed this little design on the roof to white, which looks great. I wish I would have thought of that. But that's the fun thing about seeing people finish their designs and they get creative with it and they do all kinds of fun stuff. Color changes. The bottom is Smyrna crosses. So there's Percy Penguin. I think that was everything. I could be wrong. I probably am, but that's everything that was right around here in view that I could grab real fast. So I guess I will do a little whip parade. I don't think I have that many whips, but I think that's also what everyone says. I don't know. I think doing a whip parade is going to make me a little bit sad to see all the whips that I actually do have and don't necessarily have time to work on. But I'm going to start with my newest starts that I haven't shown on Flosstube yet. So this one I bought immediately as soon as I saw it released on Instagram, and it is by The Wishing Thorn. It is called Ellis Holiday. Is that kind of hard to see because that's the antique of it. But I've been watching her post little sneak peeks of this or pictures or whatever on Instagram, and I loved it. And I thought this would be a great thing to stitch the week of Christmas, which is what I did. And one side of the Q snap is off for some reason. Let me stretch it myself. So here's the, wow, I cannot see. Here's the progress I have. I wanted to get Mary and Joseph done over Christmas before I had to put it away. I didn't quite get them filled in, but I started in the middle, which is the crown right there, and then I went down so that I could get to Mary and Joseph. Joseph is done. It's just that donkey. I love the donkey. He's the cutest thing. He's so big. His legs are so short. And look at Mary's little feet. So the sampler is really fun. The only other thing I got was that so I could go down to the border. This I'm stitching on 40 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax with the called for DMC. And this one is very fun, and I was sad to have to put it away. So I can't wait until I can stitch on that one again. And then the other thing I started since my last video was Martha Walmsley by Hands Across the Sea, which of course I have to do. And move the needle minder. Hope you can see with all the, is that the way it goes? Yeah, I think that's the right way. So I've started on the border, and one of the flowers that goes into the pot right there. And I just absolutely love this kind of border. It is so fun. I love the color changes and the colors. I'm just doing this one. Oh, I bought the kit to this one. I think it's 36 count. I can't remember the color, but it's by Tabby Cat Linen. And I'm using DMC. And I got the pretty charm from Minnie Beans. I don't have it on my scissors because I don't think I have a pretty enough pair of scissors for that. But that one, of course I love. I love my Hands Across the Sea samplers. Love working on them. And the other thing that I worked on some more, oh, the floss, was, hope I didn't just show the chart there. Oh, but you wouldn't be able to stitch anything off of it. A Hannah Sanderson by Dutch Treat Designs. I'm doing the dark version, and I got some more progress on it. Okay. And so it's turning out really pretty. So I think I finished the middle flower. I started on these side trees. Got all this over here in the corner piece. The border almost goes all the way across. Here's the start of the other corner piece. And that's what I worked on. I finished her name and age. This is on 36 count aged hazelnut by XG Designs with a called for DMC that goes with the dark version. Another great sampler when it's finally eventually finished. It'll be beautiful. Okay. Well, I haven't worked on this since the last I showed, but I'll show it again just because it is a whip. And that is Louisa Barney by Reflet de Soie. And I'm doing mine on 40 count Nugget by XG Designs. And this is how much I've gotten. And this is another one of those super fun, super beautiful borders and animals. Peacock, super pretty. And this little guy. So that's another one, of course, I would love to work on again. I've got needles going everywhere. Oh, this is not good. I'm one of those people that has a needle and needle minder on every project, and I just leave it there. And they're just falling off for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, what do we have next? I think I might have shown this one in my last video, but if you're new here, you may not have seen it. So, this is Sarah Rhimes by Hands Across the Sea, the Queen of the May from, I always forget, 2022 Queen of the May. Of course, I can't wait to see this year's Queen of the May. This one I'm stitching on Old Gold by Fiber on a Whim. And this is where I'm at. I think this is another one that you can see much better in person, but it's kind of hard to see on the camera. But yeah, I'm stitching it with a call for DMC. As I stitch most things with DMC, just because I can stitch more things that way. Put this back together. Okay, what else do we have on this roll card? What is that? What is this? Okay, well this is a whip. I can't remember the last time I worked on it. Ow. But this is, oh, sorry, the paper's a little dirty. Frances Eden. I got this from 1884stitchery.com as a PDF download. And this is another fantastically colored sampler. It's beautiful, of course. Let's see what I've got going on in here, because it looks like a mess. Let me see if I can find the start on this massive piece of fabric. Here it is. This piece of fabric is huge. I think it must be too big. I'll drop in the back. This is my little start. Wow, I think I completely forgot about this one. How fun. That's all I have, though. Look at the colors. Colors are wild. Yeah, this fabric is massive. I was like, I think this fabric is marbled hazelnut, maybe, by XG. And I'm pretty sure it's 40 count. It looks pretty tight and small. So there's that one. that I kind of forgot about. But that's also, I guess, the good thing about doing whip parades is you find things that you forgot you had. What is that? What else is in here? I just brought my whole rolly cart of stuff. Oh, I just saw the cover to that one. Okay. I know I showed this one, but in case you haven't seen it, this is I Wait for the Lord by Hands to Work. Here I am. I haven't worked on it again since the last video, so I need to get back to it. It's a fun red sampler. I love red samplers. I'm doing this with a silk, a Verswall. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, another red sampler. Oh no. Looks like the dog might have quite literally laid on top of it. Okay, well this one might have to be linted before it can be seen. Wow. This is horrible. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just... Wow, what happened to you, man? Does not look good. Okay, well, where's the cover? Let me see if I even have the cover photo. And the name of it. This one did not get put up correctly. This is from October Fiber House, and that's a little start. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of this one, but there's a tiny start. This is 46 count Desert Taipan by Fox and Rabbit. So that poor thing will have to be linted because I do not know what happened to it. I'm using this Krynic Silk Mori, this that I was trying out, now I remember, to see how it worked, and I don't like it that much, so definitely would not be my first choice on a silk. This is another great one, and I'm not sure where I'm at on it. Just another fantastic sampler, because I just love those giant ones. Miss Marianne Bourne's Hands Across the Sea's first sampler, and one of my favorites. I don't think that I've worked on this one this year at all. No, that's a lie, I did. I worked on it a little bit. So I have, I'm just gonna unroll the whole thing. Wow, fabric. I have completed the border all the way around one time. This is like a double border. Is it double or triple? It's at least a double border. So I've gone around the whole thing with the light color, and then I have to add the darker border color. So the thing that I added, that the little bit I worked on it, was starting to add that bird. That is about all I've gotten done on it, which is pretty sad. Nope, it's a triple border. Dark green is on both sides, I see it there. So there's a lot of border left to do. There's a lot of sampler left to do. What am I talking about? That's a very small start on that. But yeah, the only progress I've made is not even finishing that bird. But something I hope to work on again. Alright. Like I'm scooting farther away. Okay. This is Deary and Darling by Kathy Barrick. Let's see here. There's my progress. I just used colors I had from Roxy, Flosstube, and Classic Colorworks, and probably some DMC too. And it's super fun. I love the houses. That barn. And the pond of swans. That's on 40 count. Form Eggs by XQ Design. And it is another one that's super fun to stitch. That one will go with my deer wall that I hope to make eventually. Okay. Then I have Anna Tinch by Hands Across the Sea. If you haven't noticed, I am a fan of Hands Across the Sea. And starting ginormous samplers, and well, it takes me a while to finish them, but they're fun and they're beautiful. Where is the start to this? Oh, okay. Here it is. There is my progress on Anna Tinch, and I have worked on this year a little bit. This is 40 count Mayflower by Fox and Rabbit. Okay. Oh, we're getting close to the end here. And I know I showed this one last too, because it's something I had worked on and completed some of the parts too. And it's the Jenny Bean for the parlor. There's 8 parts. You buy each part individually. You can stitch them individually. That's the 3rd one, I think. I'm stitching them all in one. I'm going big. Is that the back or the front? That's the back. I'm looking at the front. Here's the front. Okay, so part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh, this is part 4. So I'm on part 4. And I need to get this back out too. I love the French knot sheep. Wow, you can see thread carrying bad. Well, I don't think you'll be able to when there's something behind it. I could be a bit of a lazy stitcher, I guess. But yeah, there's that one. And it's going to be humongous. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to be fantastic. This is a 40 count Old Sheep by XQ Design, I believe. And it's like super long. I'm still rolling this sucker up. Maybe too long, I don't remember. Surely it doesn't need to be that long for all 8. So there is that. And what is this? Okay. Something I haven't worked on in a while, but I have worked on this year. This is let me see if I can find the cover for it real quick. Why does nothing have the cover? Nope. You might be able to get a pretty good idea from what it looks like, because I don't have the cover photo to it for some reason. But this is with one accord, by Heartstring Samplery. This is what is that? Okay. So I take this camping and I think there was a bug on it. It was a dead bug. It's probably not a good sign, but this is what I usually take camping or traveling, road tripping, because it's on 28 count platinum by Zweigart. So you get a pretty good idea of what it looks like. It's missing some stuff, but that right there is pretty close to the bottom, if not the bottom. But yeah, that's with One Accord by Heartstring Samplery with the Called For DMC. It is usually a travel project, and I guess something happened to the cover photo. Okay, so that's, no it's not. I'll say, oh, that's everything on my card, but it's not. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, let me see. This, let me see what this is called real quick. In the Garden. Is that what it's called? In the Garden by Heartstring Samplery. It's in this book of the hens. Where is the cover of the book? Ah, there it is. Okay. No, that's not the cover. Gee, I am so sorry. What is happening? Alright, seriously, book. Had it folded on the pattern. Here's the cover. Alright, this book with all the Sunday hens, the Sunday stitches that she did. I'm doing this one next. I have been doing Sunday stitches, but I haven't been able to do that in a while with all the model stitching that I had to do. I think this is the top. This is 36 count bird cage linen by XU Designs, and I'm just using what looks like whatever I wanted to. That is a dang mess, but there's quite a lot of Victorian mottos and some classic colorworks and even Big Sty Works and Gentle Arts, so just a combination of things, and I should really work on that because it's a really small sampler. Can get it back in the bag. And I started that this year. So, oh, and I forgot about this. So during the Jingle Ball, I did the Biscornu class, but I didn't finish my Biscornu in the class. Stop it. Wow, I've got a mess on it apparently. So I was working on the outline, but I finished the stitching. That's just loose. But I finished the stitching. I should really finish this into a Biscornu because here's the front and back. It's basically done. I just stabbed myself with a huge pin. Lovely. But I did it on the sparkly linen, which was really fun. So I really need to finish that. Maybe eventually. And that is a model. I have 2 models going that I've been working on. And then I have a few more. So these I definitely have not worked on this year because they are in the basket of things that I definitely have not worked on. This is another one that I don't have the cover photo to, but one that I do love. It's Hands Across the Sea. This one I bought at the PDF. I don't usually buy the PDFs, but this one I did. Oh, there's 2 needle miners on here. This is Mary 395. And this is all the progress I have. So it's on 40 count. Possibly Cocoa by Zweigart. I'm not entirely sure, but stitching it with 103. A very small 103. And a faded red color. This one is 644. And it's got a whole bunch of those spools for that. That is that one. Let's see what else do we have in here. What is this? Oh, this is pretty. This is another from my dear wall. Thirsty Heart by Heartstring Samplery. Beautiful flowers and a really cool deer. This is about all I've gotten done. Tiny amount of progress. Yep, that's it. That's the end of it. Need to get back to that. Oh, there's a tag about the fabric on here. 40 count beige gray by XG Design. So, I think I was using the called for. Not entirely sure. Let's see, does this have the cover photo? Not with it. No. Okay, well, I'll show it to you anyway. Except for I don't know. I can't remember the designer. I think I do. So this is Charlotte Rice. Wow. Charlotte Rice by, I think, Thames Path New Work or Samplers on Etsy. And this is 46 count with Vicki Clayton, leftover Vicki Clayton silk from Elizabeth Isles. The light is starting to really get bad, but it's got a fun satin stitch border. This is so pretty, the colors. Wow, I haven't looked at it in a while. That is beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah, Vicki Clayton silks. Okay. Oh, I need to get back to that. I can't remember the linen. I know it's 46 count though, because it's tiny. The stitches are tiny. Oh, here's another Hands Across the Sea. That's not a big one this time. Rose Ada Featherstone. And I know I haven't worked on this one this year. Wow! I should get back to this. Here we go. Looks like I got almost the whole bottom done. Just need to do the top part of the house. And it's not big. This is as big as the fabric is. I think this is the smallest linen I've picked up so far. Oof. I just love those big ones. That is with called for DMC. Let's see, I think I have one more at the very bottom of the basket. And this one is a, woo, another big one. This is Heaven Is My Hope by Scarlet Letter. Yeah, the Scarlet Letter. And you can tell this is an old pattern by the looks of it. But let's see. like I'm using DMC. Oh. Maybe it goes this way, my bad. Yeah, I think it goes this way. I think that's probably the corner. I don't know. Yep, this is the bottom corner. This one is fun because it has a lot of specialty stitches, which take a really long time. So all of these strawberries are queen stitch. And there's over one in that bird, it looks like. Yeah, this little guy is an over one little guy. So I love the look of the pattern, and the colors are really pretty. That one's big. A lot of specialties, which I do find fun and different. Something a little different to do than just regular old X's. Oh, well, I guess that is all my whips and new starts and finishes of my own designs. I think I've had a few finishes of other things, but maybe not. I haven't had as much time to do just personal stitching, which is fine, but maybe I'll get some more of these big samplers finished. Maybe not, probably not. But, oh, I have a few things that I got from Kitten Stitcher's Christmas sale as my Christmas present. A few Hands Across the Sea charts that I have wanted. So this one is Elizabeth Beaven by Hands Across the Sea. I love this one because the border is full of birds and animals. There's a lot of freehand stitching in this, which I think could be fun. All these flower stems like that. Well, I'm down to try. I like the verse on it and the little scene. So I've been wanting that one, so it was on sale, so I had to pick it up. And then this one, I don't know why I haven't gotten yet because of the bird, but I had to get Eliza Bellcox. Is that what it's called? Yeah. This is one that I may try to change the verse on. I usually don't, but I don't know how much I love it. But I love the flower border and the bird. It's great. And I have to make myself try not to start any of those because I have so many great things to stitch. Then this one I loved. Dropping something, sorry. Since it came out, and it is, what is it called? On Love by Elizabeth Topham from Cross Stitch Antiques. This one is really fun because it's several different colors of red, which will be really fun. This, I just thought this was cute. It looks like it's old. Sheepish Designs. I just thought these birds were really cute, and I don't usually buy small things. So there's a little small stitch for me to do. Although this one is small too. This is by Hands to Work. It's Mary Ann's Rules for Living. I just thought this looked like a cute little fun stitch with the red houses. And yeah, another cute little thing. And then I got a fat half of 36 count Marbled Bunny by XG Designs because this was also on sale. How cool. So yeah, that's about it, I think. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. We certainly did. yeah, and I hope you all have a happy new year. So you can follow me on Instagram at Quaint Rose Needle Arts, and my Etsy shop is Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And thank you all for your comments and your subscribes. It's great. So I guess I'll see y'all next year. Bye everyone. Happy New Year.